With regards to interpreting group profiles, I will show you 3 different examples, and I will interpret each one, making use of this important distinction between similarities and differences in terms of the group's situation. And that will suggest what is going on in the group that is effective or ineffective, which will lead us eventually to suggest how the group can in fact improve its conflict handling behavior. In the next section, we'll talk about the most troublesome patterns in conflict management, and these are the patterns I've seen again and again in old, large, bureaucratic organizations, and you'd be surprised how often the pattern appears. And once we recognize it, we then have to see how we can address it. And this will certainly make use of the 8 tracks and the big picture, because there's many things in the situation besides the people's own preferences for conflict handling behavior, which are causing those troublesome patterns in an organization. Then we'll move on to how do we improve conflict management based on the group TKI profile and how we've been able to interpret it. And I'll develop for you what is called the conflict management matrix, which organizes 4 very different action recommendations depending on what's going on inside the group, outside the group, and whether or not conflict handling behavior was diagnosed as being effective or ineffective. And this will lead to some very synergistic kinds of recommendations to help any group improve its conflict handling behavior. And then we will wrap up the course with congratulations.